Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Brown Talk.
Tuesday.
You breathed right into the mic, too.
You breathed.
You broth.
Okay, well, today we have Pelican.
And Lauren.
And Daniel.
And so, yeah, Pelican started the podcast because Daniel didn't want to press play for like 2 minutes for some reason.
We were supposed to start about 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm done now. I'm ready to start the podcast.
We already did.
Anyway,
I know,
what number is this? 10?
11?
It's probably 9.
9?
What happened to...
Jacob happened.
Oh yeah, Jacob still has it,
Tell him
so...
to send it to you.
Yeah.
He has my email. He
Alright.
hasn't sent it. Jacob,
Well.
I hope you're listening to this, you prick. No.
He probably will. He listens to all of these.
No,
if
he
he's not
doesn't.
on. The ones
There's
he's
like
not on.
2 people that listened to the last one. I think he might have been on the last one. I don't even remember.
I
It's
know,
been 2
I know
weeks
why
ago.
only 2 people listened to the last one, too.
Why?
Because we haven't been uploading them like we should be.
Well, it's because I don't have any.
No, we've had like...
I don't have any recorded on my computer anymore. Like, I have the
I'm
ones that
just
we've
saying,
already
like,
done.
the last
but
4 that we put up were on, like, Thursday, Friday, I don't know when, just random times.
a lot of the people who look at them don't look at them on the uploaded date anyway, so...
Thank you, wonderful fans.
We're
All
thankful
right.
for your support.
Anyway,
So,
half Christmas happened.
yes.
Half Christmas was fun. That was about a week ago now.
We forgot the
Actually-
podcast on Half Christmas.
We didn't
I'm
forget. There
kinda
was
glad
way
we
too many
didn't.
people.
Yeah.
We had, I think, 17 at the peak, so that was pretty fun. It was actually really, really awesome. I enjoyed myself quite a bit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good year. It was really stressful to plan, but it was a good year. What am I doing?
It wasn't
Anyway.
too stressful.
So, all in all, we had 5 cases of Monster.
5 cases of Monster, so 120
And then some.
Monster. And we were probably left with 30 overall, and then
We
that's
had-
assuming that the people who left didn't, or would have left theirs.
There's about 12 extra on top of that, too, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Plus the teas and the soda.
Yeah.
That's true.
All the
I
bev.
still have the soda left.
And
I don't have any other teas.
Yeah, those are pretty much gone.
Yeah, all the white ones went away, but I told people to slow down on the
Raspberry.
pomegranate ones.
Why do I always think it's raspberry when it's pomegranate? I don't know why.
Raspberries and pomegranates are completely different.
I think it's because the color is the same. So
man, I was so mad when you guys did that one podcast that is not out yet, I guess.
It probably
it
won't
be
ever
by the
come
time
out.
This is out.
why?
No, it won't, because this one's coming out today. So,
Oh.
we're uploading this one tonight.
That sucks.
We're gonna
right.
eventually upload the last one, maybe,
The
if
camping
I can
one?
ever fucking get it.
Well, anyway, I wasn't on that one, so I was upset with myself.
That one wasn't really as entertaining as most
Yeah,
of them.
well, that's-
It was more about, it was serious topics.
It was-
I wasn't there, so
It was very opinionated.
entertainment value.
The entertainment value on that one was pretty lower.
Lauren, I am the entertainment.
Way to be cocky, sir.
Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of upset that I missed one because Jacob was the only person
So
before
far.
that, and now I can't. Now I can still make fun of him. He missed like 3. He's missing
Yeah.
this one. Oh, by the way, Jacob's not here today for this podcast.
Huh.
So,
Yeah. Well, I feel like now that I'm working, I'm going to be missing a lot more because my weekends are on Wednesday and Thursday.
Actually,
And
what's really
Jacob
weird
can-
about that?
And Jacob's usually not over here unless it's like Saturday.
Mine
or
are too.
something.
My weekends are on Wednesdays and Thursdays too.
Really?
yeah, so are
Oh,
mine.
cool.
So,
Your
You
weekends
don't-
every day.
You don't work.
I
don't
have.
know. I guess his uncle like
I
fired
worked-
me or something. I'm not sure. What.
No, they just don't. Well, I'll talk to you later about it.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounded really bad, by the way. It's not
they
that they don't like you. It's not that they don't like you. It's just that other things.
But- so E3, I know that happened like 2 weeks.
It happened like a month ago.
It happened
pretty
almost a
much.
month ago.
Okay. But I was going back over my stuff and there was something I missed from there.
Yeah.
Which was?
I didn't cover The Sims 4.
Oh.
You guys don't care at all, but
I didn't
so,
hear
like,
or see anything
yeah.
about it. That's the only reason. I didn't actually watch through most of
It was
E3
on the EA
because I
thing.
was. Oh yeah, that's because I don't like EA mostly.
Yeah, the only Sims game I've played was like a childish version.
I
A
don't
spin-off
remember.
thing. It was
Yeah.
weird.
It's really weird. My girlfriend actually went into architecture just because of The Sims. Like, no joke. It's really funny.
it's a lot easier in The Sims than
Yeah.
Real life, it's a lot of measuring and math and physics,
Yeah.
gravity.
But
Erp.
and well, The Sims 4 came out, which I'm not that excited about. Like I might not even get it, but
I can almost guarantee that I won't get it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure neither of you will get it. And I kind of wish Jacob was here because he also said that he like looked at it and wanted it, and he was a Sim fan or whatever, which is incredible.
I'm glad all you people out
But
there.
the reason why this was important to me is because for the past like 2 years, I've thought I'm not going to get myself a computer until I can
College.
get no. My this is really weird. My marker was there's a lot of the Sims 3 expansions out right now.
Yep.
And the only computer game that I played at the time, besides TF2, was The Sims 3. And so I was like, I'm not going to get a new computer until The Sims 4 comes out. Just because if I get
Really?
one now, The Sims 4 is going to come out right after I get it, and I'm not going to be able to run it on my computer. So
Why wouldn't you be able to
I don't
run
know.
it?
I'm just scared that like games that come out right after I get a computer, I'm like, oh no, they're not gonna run.
That doesn't make any
I know.
sense at all.
I know. 'Cause
It's like buying an Xbox One and like, oh, I don't know if Halo 5 is gonna work on this. Shit.
no, but it's like that's
Actually,
it's always-
I get what he's saying.
it's
though.
always
with
upgraded.
computers,
I can understand.
Yeah,
It's
with computers,
it's
you have-
definitely a lot more complicated.
so
That was just a
as
really bad
stupid
analogy.
as it is, my marker was The Sims 4, so I might be getting a new computer soon.
All right. Well,
Yeah, me too.
anyways.
As
So-
soon as I get paid.
So speaking of
Basically.
games, I got Wolfenstein for my Xbox One.
How is it?
It is probably one of the best FPSs I've played in a really long time.
For some reason, I thought
Like there isn't like multiplayer to it at all. It's just
That
story, but the story is really good and the gameplay is really fun. Like it is honestly one of the best shooters. Like it totally goes back to like older first-person shooters where you pick up a lot of guns at one time. And most of them are like big explosions and you're fighting like giant robots and boss enemies.
Now, do you think that
It's just so much fun.
just because you said the title of the game, it's that this podcast is gonna get banned in Germany?
Why?
could be.
They played in Germany.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Why
understand
would why would it be banned in Germany?
All kinds of Wolfenstein stuffs get banned in Germany.
I don't think this
Oh.
one was.
I've never actually heard of anything Wolfenstein being banned there.
So much stuff gets banned in Germany if it has to do with like
Nazis.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, because Nazism is illegal,
but
For
like any
s-
content.
for some reason, all the way up until right now, I thought we were talking about the Order 1886, and I was like,
but no, what?
wait, I'm just really, really dumb.
What is that?
Okay,
It's another game that's coming out later.
Does it suck?
I have no idea. It looks pretty cool, and I thought it
Okay.
was
okay. So
PlayStation
do
exclusive.
you know
anyway.
what Wolfenstein is?
Yes, I do. Now that
All right.
I'm actually
I'm
thinking about it,
I'm pretty
I
sure
was
the
like,
only
wait.
reason Dan thought that is because in the Order 1886 there's werewolves. So
That's funny.
that
werewolves in
that has
Skyrim.
to be why. That has to be why.
probably.
I like how Pelican can connect your brain where
Yeah.
you can't.
I had no idea why. Just I've seen
'Cause I'm pretty sure Wolfenstein takes place like 100 years
afterwards
later.
or whatever.
after 1886.
Yeah, I think the only reason that connection happened in my brain was just because there's that thing that's coming out. It was announced at E3 or something. The trailer was there. But also Wolfenstein, I had seen a lot of gameplay for.
He burped while talking.
Turned into a demon.
But anyways, in Wolfenstein, it's pretty cool. Like, all the guns you can get, it's like, you can get an upgrade for each gun, and it, like, tells you that after you die in the loading screen or whatever.
Yee.
Yeah. Anyways, so I was like, oh, cool, an upgrade for every gun. But you get this one gun in the game, it has, like, 5 or 6 upgrades. I'm like, holy crap, how many times is this thing gonna get upgraded?
I love weapon mods. I feel like games need a lot more
Mm-hmm.
weapons
Oh, man. So,
these days.
I'm
I
just
feel like we're getting greedy almost.
So you can dual wield, like, half of the weapons you can pick up in the game, and then each of those weapons has like a secondary feature, like the pistols have a silencer. And what I didn't know is that if you dual wield them, you can put the perk onto both of the guns. I didn't know that until I was like 3 or 4 levels from the end of the game, and I was like, how did I not know that?
That sucks.
You know what's really terrible?
What's
What?
terrible then?
Sorry, I was joking for a
was
second.
terrible.
I went back and played through The Wind Waker. On my first playthrough, I realized how hard I made it on myself, because I didn't even think about using the Incredible chart, which is just some random chart that you find, shows you where all the... Yeah. I had that throughout the first playthrough of it, and I didn't realize you could look at that to find out where all the Triforce shards are, as well.
Yep.
So, I found that out, like, 2 days ago, and I beat the game within those last 2 days. But, I don't
Seriously,
know.
I don't know how you did that, because there's like no other way to find the Triforce shards other than using that
I
map.
fucking sailed around.
You must have been playing for
it
like a
sucked.
week straight.
No, I looked at my old time, and it was something like 12 hours. It was probably 4 or 5
just-
more hours more than my brother had played.
Yeah.
And he had already beaten the game. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, the thing with me is I play that game, and I kind of like it, but when I get to the part where you have to pick up all those pieces, it's just like,
That is
I'm done playing because it just takes way too long to pick up all the
Yeah,
pieces.
It's-
that's weird.
And Lauren doesn't
Lauren
understand.
has
because
no
he
idea.
I was about
play
to
with
relate.
the game.
Oh my god, you guys!
You and Zelda, you're normally so bad. You're
Yeah.
I was about to bring up that I understand there's some parts in games that like you like the game but you don't want to play just because there's that
like
one
Fable
part.
2.
Like me, Fable 2. I don't want to do the
I-
part where I'm
I
a little
have
kid
the
running
same
around.
exact
Okay, you
thing
talk about
with
it
you.
then.
It's the very beginning of Fable 2 is like after playing it 2 or 3 times, it's just I really don't want to do this anymore. It's so boring. Stop. I can't go back to the game because of the beginning. It's just annoying.
If someone will play through the first like 10 minutes where you play as a little kid and run around through the village collecting the warrants and all that boring stuff, if someone played that for me on Fable 2, I would probably have no problem playing the rest of the campaign. Just because I like that campaign except for that very beginning. It's so annoying. I've just seen the startup way too many times.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
It's
Are there
shite.
other parts
I hate
of
it.
like different games that are like that for you guys?
yeah. Certain FPSs, there's like certain missions where I'm just like, I'll play until I get to this mission, and then I'm not gonna play anymore because I hate this mission.
Mhm.
I think I did that with, I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I don't remember exactly what the mission was, but there was this one mission I was like, I freaking hate this mission. I don't want to play it. So
There was
I would
one
just
thing,
avoid it.
like, I know that Twilight Princess came after Wind Waker, going back to Zelda again. But
Yeah.
I noticed I really, really enjoyed the combat system in Twilight Princess a lot more than I did in Wind Waker, just because it was more like you had to press buttons. You didn't have like the shield attack or any of the like more special moves
Yeah.
in that. And when you like tried to roll around something, you could do that manually instead. And during Half Christmas when I was playing Twilight Princess, you helped me and you showed me something that I had no clue about.
Yeah.
The freaking spin attack when you use your stick.
Yeah, you could do that since like Ocarina of Time.
I had no idea about that,
So basically,
but
what,
it helps out
Yeah.
so much.
so basically what you do is when you have your controller in your hand and use one of the joysticks to walk. Well, if you spin the walk around in a circle and then you hit the attack button, you'll do a spin attack, and you can do that like over and over again. I think I chained like 15 once, and that was like my record. It's really hard to keep
I never
it going.
counted, but like in Wind Waker, I was doing that, and I was
Mhm.
just like, huh, this seems like I can go pretty far. And I just kept doing it over and over
Yeah.
again. I was like, huh.
It's fun.
Is that like the thing that he does in Smash Bros? The only
Like
thing I know
the
about
up
Link is that he's in Smash
And
Bros.
B, and on the GameCube one,
Where
was
does
the spin attack.
Spin attack
You go
thing.
all like,
Yeah, it was the spin attack.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that only from Smash Bros. Smash Bros was fun. Do you guys
I
like,
love Smash Bros.
Which one?
Melee was the one I played the most.
Melee is the one I played the most.
I
too.
fell in love with the first one, but I probably played Melee the most too. I just played the first one the most because me and my brother and my cousins would always play it, and whenever they like came down from Eugene, we would always play it no matter what happened.
That's kind of how I was with
That's
my
how
brother
I was
for
with my
years.
cousins from
It was
Roseburg.
just the best.
That's so weird. But yeah,
I don't know if
I
I've done it
liked
with my
Melee
cousins,
the
but-
most because it had Roy, and Roy was the only person I was good with because he jumps high. Besides Kirby, which is I don't like Kirby.
I was good with Link and I think Falco. Falco is one of my other favorite ones in that. I need to remember all the characters. Jeez,
Yeah.
I can pull it up.
Yeah, I think I liked Melee because it had a lot more levels, and I don't know, they were just designed really well.
Levels?
But I didn't like Brawl as much. Like, I don't know, the
Yeah.
levels didn't feel as
Like, they
fun to
didn't-
play on.
Yeah, in
I
Brawl,
actually-
the levels didn't have like that Roy touch.
I guess.
No, I'm just
I guess
kidding.
you could call it that.
That
And then
makes no sense.
yeah, and then they had
But-
levels that they transferred over, but the dimensions were different,
Mhm.
so it didn't feel
Okay.
right.
I played a lot of. I didn't really like classic mode that much.
I don't remember what that was.
That's the one where you run through all like there's 10 different stages.
Oh,
and at
yeah,
the end
and
you
then-
fight the giant magic hand.
Master Hand
Yeah,
or Crazy Hand.
pretty
Are you
much.
kidding me?
No,
Sorry, Bing's being a jerk. It's like I searched the Smash Brothers Melee characters, and it's like, oh, you must be searching for Brawl. Not looking for it.
Lauren, why? He's showing me pictures of them making stupid faces.
yeah. Well,
I don't know. That was dumb.
I'd put it in the link dump if I could, but
You can just email
I'd have
it
to
to me.
email it to you. Okay,
You always can.
I might. That hurt.
All right.
How
Well,
about those
swallowed.
rehabs?
Like, you know how when you throw a can back, it like goes in, but if you go too much at once, you pull back, but then go again,
yes.
and it does like a double slosh, and it tries to fit like 2 gulps down your throat at once.
And it feels like you're being choked from the
If
inside.
you just joined, like if you just skipped to this part of the podcast,
It sounds like
I
you're talking
applaud
about dick.
that would be really awesome if someone skipped
Like-
to the perfect point.
With your hand
Talent.
gestures during that, all I was thinking about is this kind of like.
All
Being
I
from
was
Coquille as
thinking
I
was
am.
it doesn't matter because it's not a video podcast right now.
It's funny. You're just like.
I was like,
Anyways. Okay, so Dan was talking about how in Twilight Princess he liked the fighting more because
Yeah,
there's
I
more
did.
stuff to do. Which takes me to Skyward Sword, where the sword fighting is just with the remote. I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all. Like, I liked it way better in Twilight Princess. Like,
I liked the GameCube.
it was hard as fuck to fight using the controller.
yeah.
Because half the enemies will just block your attacks, and it's just like, it takes like 5 minutes to kill one fucking enemy.
That sucks.
It does. It really does. Especially when you get to like the end of the game and you have to fight like 40 of them before you can actually like get to the end boss.
So do the Zelda games have like boss fights?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So in the games they have temples, and then when you get to the end of the temple, you fight a boss.
So
Same thing in Wolfenstein, except for there's not a boss at the end of every level,
one thing that I
but
forgot
there
about
are bosses.
the Wind Waker was that there's like 7 bosses at the end.
No, they're not.
Yeah, there is.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, 6 bosses at the end. One of them's the flying Black Knight dude. Spoiler.
Yeah, he's not really a boss.
Okay, 6. Then.
How old's
it's
the
still
game?
6. 2002. It's not.
But they made
not
an
2002.
but they made an HD remake.
For anyone who just entered
So.
2002, watch out.
I actually
made
think
an
it was
HD
2000
remake, so
I don't remember.
whatever.
It was 2000 whatever the fuck.
2000 whatever the fuck.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was not
One of those 10 years.
us.
But I think that's something. I think that's something that more first-person shooters need are boss fights. Because I don't
Yeah,
know, they're just
okay.
fun to play in first-person shooters. Like I expected that in Halo 4. Like I expected the end for there to be like a big boss fight, but no, it's just okay. Kill all these enemies and then walk over there and throw a grenade at them.
Yeah,
You're done.
that's kind of what it was.
Job. Yeah.
There was like,
There's games that
There's a
I
skateboard
think-
outside.
yeah, I'm sure like if we were quiet enough, we could hear that on the stream.
It might be that little line right
Yeah,
there.
that's probably what that was. There's a little line that's thicker than the rest.
That's great. Yeah, I think that there's certain games that I want us to record.
Oh yeah,
as soon
there's
as-
definitely a bunch of things that I want to record too.
as soon as we get our computers. But okay. Well, we could do some GTA stuff. We could do I really still want to do some Civ 5 stuff, even though I know it'd be boring for anyone who doesn't play
It would
the
just
game.
be like a podcast over
Pretty
us,
much.
like fuck you.
Like it'd be
Yeah.
like probably like 5 or 6 podcasts, depending on
We
how
could do-
long the game
oh,
takes.
we could make it like a different series of
like a different
Civcast.
podcast.
Civcast.
the
Yeah.
Uncivilized Civilization cast.
And then you can vote for who you like the best.
And
We
who
could
you
call
want to
it
Choose
win.
Pelican.
Whoever gets the most votes will win.
Choose Pelican.
We could call it Uncivilized.
Yeah, we could.
That'd be I think that'd be.
I really want to do Civ 5. I think if we could somehow jump back to, or maybe we could get it on PC, we could do Shadow of the Colossus. I want us to play that game.
We can
Yeah.
do that on PlayStation 3 if some of us have it.
I do not.
Actually, I have a friend who we could do that with.
we could
Bashir
just
Bow Wow.
buy one.
Yeah, that would work.
They're gonna be really cheap because PS4 is coming out now.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we can just buy the game on eBay or whatever. So
yeah. The game won't be hard to find, but
Nah.
running
I do
something
wanna
that we
stream
can
the Destiny
capture it
beta.
on.
a
little bit.
Oh,
We can do
I
it.
wanted to talk about that. Okay, so the Destiny beta, it is coming out on PS3 and PS4 on July 17th, but it won't be out on Xbox 360 or Xbox One until a couple of weeks later.
What?
Yeah.
That's
What?
douchey.
Yeah, that is pretty douchey.
I don't care.
Like, I don't mind that they got an alpha build, but I don't know why they're waiting. But I don't know why they're doing the same thing with the beta.
That doesn't make sense for the beta
Yeah.
because
Bungie's
it's just
just-
like,
Bungie's
oh, let's
just-
make it to where we have less time to fix it on these consoles.
I'm just
because
guessing
fuck
that
these
I'm just
consoles.
guessing that Bungie's still really pissed at Microsoft.
Yeah, that's pretty much
What exactly
I've
happened
seen.
between them?
Basically, Bungie and Microsoft never really got along because they always had a lot of restrictions on their stuff, and that's why Halo 2 didn't get finished. Yeah, so I don't know, they just don't like them that much.
And they're just kind of rubbing it in their faces.
Pretty much.
And also, they're trying to appeal to Sony by also saying that, like, hey, we're not
Yeah, we're not just strictly
Microsoft anymore.
Yeah, we're not strictly.
We're
them.
here for you guys. And
It's also
And then PC gamers are like, dude, what the fuck?
PC gamers are just.
I'm sure they'll get their port in like
They
4
will.
years.
They will.
No, it won't be that long.
it won't
That's
be
what's
that long,
funny
but-
is like, I don't know, like I've seen comments of people over PC and console fighting like, well, PC games don't come out on this and console games don't come out on this, and it's like,
It's like play what you like.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
it's kind of funny too because all the PC people are like Master Race and whatever, and then games come out on console that aren't on PC and they all petition
Yeah,
for
yeah.
them to be on PC.
That's what they were doing for
Yeah.
Destiny, and that's what they did for Dark
kinda funny.
Souls. So
Yeah, I didn't like Dark Souls that much.
Dark Souls it's hard. I have no idea what to do. It's very hard to
Yep,
follow.
that's the way the game is.
So have you guys beat Civ 5?
There's
um,
a story to it.
Yeah, that's what I was
What?
gonna ask. I
Have you
haven't,
guys like won a round?
Yeah.
dude, I haven't
Okay.
played since the last time we all played together.
Oh really?
I
Yeah.
probably played a
We
month
should
ago.
totally just play
The games
together
just like
again,
take
dude.
too long. Like when I wake up for work,
You
I
need to get your
usually.
computer.
I figured out how to make it run on that laptop again.
Sweet.
Oh, cool. When I wake up
I found
tonight.
out
to
the
go to
problem
work,
was-
I only have like 4 or 5 hours before I go to work.
Yeah.
If I play a Civ game, there's no way I'm finishing it for like a week.
You'll get like 1/32 of the way through the game.
Pretty much.
Take us
Yeah.
a month to complete one.
I
match.
found out what the problem
But if
was.
we do it on my weekends, that's totally fine with me. Because I'm up all night long.
Oh,
Omegle's fun.
Oh no.
Dude, there's like barely any people on Omegle at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I found
it's
out.
pretty nice.
I'm so
There's a
glad
lot
we
of
brought
people with
this up.
beards. And I'm always
On
like,
Omegle?
yeah, and I'm always like, nice beards. Next person.
That's an
It's like, dude.
accomplishment.
You have a nice beard.
Beard
So,
accessory store. No, I want to talk about
Okay,
this before
go
I
for
lose it. I totally spaced this before the podcast that I wanted to talk about this. I wasn't able to run Civ 5 on the laptop because, well, I wasn't sure why, but I couldn't do it for like a month and a half. And it turns out it wouldn't run because
Half the battery was out.
No, it needed an update, but the update was too small for the computer to recognize it,
Wow.
and like too big for Steam to ignore it. So I couldn't play the game for like a month and a half because the update was like this big, and it just wouldn't let me. And then more updates came, and the computer's like, "Oh, I guess you need to update this." I'm like, yeah, thanks. But
Well, it's good the more
that's
updates
the
came.
dumbest reason. Computers are so.
Don't worry, I'm going to school so I can fix that.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
need
hope
to.
so. Because right now I feel like Jacob and Daniel know more about computers than you do, and I don't know
They
why.
probably do,
The only reason
but
we
mostly
do
hardware stuff.
probably
I know
is
how
just
to-
hardware. That's all I know about it.
I
I
don't-
don't even know that much.
Yeah, I don't know hardware like at all.
I learned. I took a
have a guy.
year-long computer class on how to build computers,
And you don't know shit.
and I forgot most of it. I know there's like 8 parts to a computer.
Sweet.
It's let's see,
Let's not talk about
GPU,
it. We don't want to.
CPU,
What does it stand for?
motherboard, general processing unit, and central processing unit.
Okay.
Motherboard stands for motherboard.
What about the fatherboard?
External disk drives, internal disk,
Dick's
not disk, storage drives. Yeah, those.
internal storage drive.
This
Yes.
cup holder isn't working.
Hardware, software.
My cup holder.
Did you guys hear that phone call? Did I
Yeah.
hear that?
Yeah.
That was
Wasn't
so
that Brandon
funny.
DiCamillo?
I think
Or
so.
was that a different one?
This he like prank calls
Weird.
the freaking tech support, and he's like, yeah, the cup holder on my computer
It's broken.
wasn't strong enough to hold my big gulp. and they were like trying so hard to figure out what he meant.
It's
Half
really,
an
really
hour
funny.
through, the guy was like, let me get my manager, and then he's like, yes sir, how can I help you? He's like, yeah, my cup holder didn't, and he's like, computers don't have cup holders. He's like, oh, okay, thanks. I don't see how you can hold someone on the line for that long
Yeah.
with like a couple sentences over and over again. It's ridiculous. Have you ever just tried to hold someone on the phone while you're just saying like nonsense?
No, I don't like people.
Today,
Yeah, me
actually.
Yeah. Maybe you gotta like stall for something, like you have something important to tell them.
Oh, just a second. I
But-
gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back.
Kelly used to, Nation member, he used to answer the phone and sing a song, like a full song, before he started talking. So one time I called him, and he started singing, and I put the phone in the freezer, and I made some food, and I came back, opened the freezer, took the phone out, he finished singing right when I put it up to my ear. I was
That's
like,
really
"Awesome.
funny.
Alright, now we can talk." I just had to call him like 3 minutes in advance of when I actually needed to talk to him.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. There's something different. We all had something different when we answered the phone. Like, I didn't say hello or goodbye. I still don't say goodbye, but... And that's not like some weird, I hate goodbyes type thing. That's just because, I don't know, when the conversation's over,
You know
it's over. When people stop talking, the phone's off for me. But,
Alright, later.
yeah. Nope. No later. Just,
Just
did you get the thing? Yep. Boop. Done.
What if they
Yeah.
had a question after that?
Well, then call me back.
Well, that seems like
What
wasting
if somebody
time.
calls you back just to say bye?
It's like,
This is a waste of my time.
Kelly always used to end the phone by saying "I love you" right after he heard them hang up. Like one time I was on the phone with him and he was like, "Okay, bye," and I was like, "Bye." He thought I hung up and he was like, "Love you," hung up, and then I called him back and I was like, "I heard that." It's the best. Yeah, sometimes. I don't know, I used to not like to say hello just because it was funny hearing
yeah.
someone on the other line just waiting for nothing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I
just, like,
remember doing that,
they
calling you every
wait,
once in a
like,
while and I'd be like, huh,
the
there's
first
no
time-
dial.
Yeah, the first time that I did that to someone, they would wait a really long time. They'd wait like 40 seconds and they'd just be like,
Hello?
"Hello?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" Like, "Why didn't you say anything?" I'm like, "You're the one calling me. You wanted to talk to me."
But it's general. You know what you did.
I can be terrible. It's just the way it was. We all had something different.
So if I ever can grow a beard, I want to like braid it, like braid the ends of the mustache and stuff to where they go into the beard, like an old Norse man.
I have
You're much too young for that, Daniel.
For right
Until-
now,
for right now.
the last
do want it
day of
eventually.
July will be my last
30th?
my last shave
Actually, I don't know.
until the end of August.
why?
And if I haven't got a full beard by then it won't matter. But if I do,
You're not shaving.
I'm shaving.
Oh,
me
you're
a
doing the
monkey
monkey's tail.
I wanted to do a monkey tail since like 6th grade. I don't know why.
I didn't even know about him until like last year or 2 years ago. So
Monkey's tails are awesome.
So you've got
Have we
30.
talked
You've
about-
got 30
yeah,
days
we have
left
talked
to grow
about
a
him. I
beard.
think.
No, I shave for the last time at the end of July, and then August I'm gonna try and beard.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of
Beard. You're
scruffy.
trying to beard.
Oh man, have you guys ever had your eyebrows shaved off?
No.
Almost.
Have you ever
But
had
I don't want to tell
eyeliner?
that story because I
Have you ever had an eyeliner put on you? It sucks.
No.
It hurts.
Oh,
I
you're
don't know
so
why girls
fancy.
do it.
You're
Yeah,
so
I bet.
fucking hurts.
fancy.
Are you not gonna explain why you
You
had
have
eyeliner on?
You have to
Okay,
explain.
so I think one time was Halloween,
You think?
and then another time was Halloween. I don't know.
Oh,
You know.
that's weird.
Yeah.
There's different kinds of like eyeliner. You're probably talking about the one that go like inside, like on the inside rim.
Yeah.
Of the, yeah.
It hurts. I don't know why girls do it.
I know a lot. Like my mom has tattoos right there, just so
Why-
she doesn't have to do it.
Why is it impossible to close your mouth when you put on mascara? I don't understand why
Because
girls,
it stretches.
girls are like.
'cause
open
it stretches
mouth.
your face.
Yeah, but
so it makes it
can't you
easier.
just- You can,
No, because if you go,
you can stretch your face without opening your mouth.
It stretches your face more.
Remember that picture I showed you of my face?
Is that why we were thinking about it?
No, I was just saying.
That
I
would
just
make
thought that
sense.
picture was funny.
You're gonna have to email it
I have-
that to me so I can
Yeah.
send
I'm
it on.
getting the blonde Elvis kind of thing going.
Yeah, I noticed
Your
that. You
hair?
kind of looked like
Yeah.
Vault Boy
I'm
from
gonna
Fallout.
get it's when it first got cut I looked like Vault Boy, but now I
it's
got
a bit
like
longer.
the blonde pompadour is what I'm gonna start doing front.
Oh, dude, guys.
Maybe like a quaff.
Oh, dude, guys.
GTA update.
Oh, no way.
Independence Day update.
I actually haven't
So,
noticed.
I haven't really looked at it, but from what I can tell, it's all
Independence
redneck
Day.
American flag clothing
I bet.
and
Lot of-
America.
Lot
either
of
a,
dubstas.
either a rifle
Oh,
Probably
right.
a
or
rifle.
a long shotgun. I can't tell.
Probably a rifle.
Probably is a rifle,
Probably
but it's
a
not.
rifle.
But it's not automatic.
Oh well, don't care.
I don't have live
So it's
right
probably a
I
shotgun.
figured it would be an AR.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you're still out alive.
now. I just need to get into town. Or no, I just need to
Dude, let's go on Thursday.
Wait, Thursday?
need
Yeah,
to get
I do
paid.
need to go to GameStop
Yeah, I
to pre-order
need to get
Unity,
paid.
so
and then
I can get the fucking shit that I need.
okay.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. Okay, so you guys know. Okay, so last year, me and Daniel and Old Nation member Jameson, we went to a convention,
Yeah, that's happening.
and Daniel
Friday.
dressed up
I loved
as an assassin, and he got a bunch of pictures taken, but me and Jameson didn't dress up. So we're like, at the end of it, we're like, why don't we all dress up as assassins, since there's like 4 assassins? And then the other day at work, I was thinking, wait,
Unity.
new Assassin's Creed Unity, there's 4 assassins in it.
We need
4 of
to
us
do.
can just dress up as each of one of the assassins.
Except for
Awesome.
we would all be Arno if it's multiplayer.
No, it's
So-
Well, no, because they all look
the
different.
co-op.
Yeah,
There's 4
I know.
different people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Unity.
from what my understanding of looking it up, I actually looked this up because there was these all these people online, people who don't actually play games, I'm sure, who were like, "There's no female protagonists in."
Yeah, that
Unity
became
or-
a big thing, and they kept doing that with like
Daniel's-
every new game that came out at E3 after that.
Yeah, I know.
Daniel's
And
internet
people are
voice.
fucking dumb.
So unique.
That was. I know that voice. Was
Well,
really
that
weird.
was weird. The
But-
audio files were.
That's because we're
Oh, that's
talking
weird.
really loudly. Actually,
That's good. We
So-
can. You can soften it like.
I can soften it with fabric softener.
Yeah.
But before I get too far off it, shit.
Girls.
Okay.
Mad.
No. It was
female
about Unity.
characters.
It was about Unity.
Unity.
When you're
Pac-Man.
playing on whatever screen you're at, you always play as Arno.
Yeah.
Like, on your
That's
screen, you are Arno.
But
to the
everybody
other
else
people-
is playing with you as a different assassin.
That's so
Yes.
strange.
The only reason that is because it's not really... Arno is just, like, the very basic thing.
Yeah.
He's... What you do with it is you put yourself into it, basically. You change the clothing, you change so much about it.
Which
From
makes,
fighting style to play style to weapons and everything.
which makes complete sense to me. They're doing the same thing in
Which-
Destiny. Like, whenever you hit a cutscene, you're the one in the cutscene, not the people
Which that
you're
makes
playing with.
sense.
Yeah, but like,
there's no female characters in Destiny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, there is.
So,
I'll probably play as
Pac-Man
a
got
female.
announced for the new Smash Bros. Game.
No,
And then a bunch of people were like, "Where's Mrs. Pac-Man?" It's like, are you
Really?
kidding me?
I think that has to be a parody.
I just think
Nobody's actually like
I
that.
just think it's hilarious that Pac-Man in Smash Bros.
Well, they made a Pac-Man game where you
Waka
ran
Waka.
around as Pac-Man. And
I
like
played
fought
that
stuff. Yeah.
I played the crap out of that game.
Well, now he's in
I
Smash
don't know
Bros.
why.
So
That game was bad. There's like trampolines and trees. And...
We talked about that on the podcast that isn't up yet. It was hypersensitivity. Like,
I
we
don't-
did mention
I
that.
don't remember that. When did we talk about that?
We were talking about the internet being...
Oh yeah,
Dumb.
that. Okay. I thought you were talking about
For some
Pac-Man. I
aspects.
was like, what?
No, hypersensitivity.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up like the fine line nowadays between like single player games and their co-op aspects in the single player realm, and like I think it's weird how close we are to being where we want to be on the whole like your friends join you in campaign. You know what I'm talking about?
Mid-mission sort of thing.
Yeah, like it's just such a fine line between where the multiplayer is and where the single player is now, and like
There
I
also
just- I just
should be a
want
line there.
I just want there to be a game that just like you can cross it over and it won't matter, you know? Like
What do you mean?
if
like the multiplayer and the campaign are basically the same. Is from what I'm getting
well,
out of what he's saying.
not quite.
Not
but
the same, but
Daniel is like if Unity were like this, Daniel would be playing the storyline in Unity, and I would hop in his game, and I would just be the secondary character. But even though he's the main character, and he's doing stuff on his campaign mission line, I would still get like, I've completed this mission, you know, because I have, if I'm with him as the co-op person. Does that make any sense?
No, you lost me.
I don't know. I kind of don't understand that, but I kind of do as well.
Well,
It's like you're a secondary character because you've completed it already, right?
no. I mean, like, in Halo 4, you're all Master Chief if you play.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want that. But picture
I can
like
understand that.
picture those 3 other people are 3 other
Spartans.
Spartans. Yeah.
I hope they do something like that in Halo 5. Like, I could
And
assume you'd be playing as a
Daniel's
Spartan
on
4.
mission 3.
Yeah.
I haven't done mission 1 yet,
Uh-huh.
but I hop on his thing at the start of his mission 3,
Yeah.
and he finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
I want credit for it because I helped him finish it, you know?
Yeah.
But
But you'd still have to go through mission 2 first.
And mission 1.
Like, I could see doing stuff like that, but it would give you credit for that mission and that mission only. So
Okay.
you'd still have to go through mission 2 no matter what.
I think the gameplay is just a little more important than the story. I don't know why I think that.
A little bit
But-
to certain extents, but if you look back at some of the games that we used to really, really enjoy, what are you doing? Oh, that's Half Christmas
I was
Picture.
looking at the half Christmas picture
Um,
of us eating half Christmas cake, which was
yeah.
awesome, by the way. That was an awesome cake,
I
right?
wasn't in the mid thought or anything.
It was
but
good.
Okay, it was pretty good.
Sorry, I got distracted by cake.
I'll put up a picture of the Half
Sunscreen.
Christmas cake.
'Kay.
Sunscreen. Yeah. Fuck, what was I saying? Like,
I don't think he was saying weird noise.
okay. We're like a minute. We break for a minute mid-conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted
Ooh, look, a
easily.
squirrel.
Sounds
No. What are you doing?
He's drinking. What do you think he's
like,
doing?
He's like sniffing his arm and the sunscreen.
Anytime we get distracted.
Because his arm smells like
Anytime we
sunscreen.
get distracted, I just smell my arm. It's sunscreen.
Is that supposed
My
to be
point
like,
is that gameplay is important, story is very important too, depending on if it's the type of game it is or not. Like shooters, gameplay is probably a little more important than story in some
Okay.
instances, using COD as an example, because that obviously sells pretty well.
I'm saying like I don't know how to fix the problem of drawing that line. I just want it to be fixed.
of story and
Yeah,
multiplayer?
I want to be able
WoW?
to join my friends in their session, whether they're ahead of me on their story or whatever. And I feel like the closest thing to what I want is what's going to happen in Far Cry 4.
That seems like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I feel like that's a step
that does
towards
make sense.
the right direction.
So what I'm seeing is games that are more open world are more easily accessible with multiplayer.
And I love that.
and story.
That's awesome. That's what I want.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right, that makes sense.
and
Yeah, I can't do that on Wolfenstein.
Oh well, if the story's good, then
Yeah, the
What the
story's
hell?
actually really good.
I hardly ever play single player games anymore.
You've
which
been
is
playing a lot
weird
of
'cause all I've been
Skyrim.
doing Skyrim. I've just been doing Skyrim though to draw inspiration for the Minecraft project that we've been working on, which
that
is
seems tedious as fuck.
By the way, we started on the second thing. Like
He
the
started
second-
on like the
cities.
Yeah.
equivalent of
Yeah.
the Wood Elf City.
Mm.
That's the one I saw
So
anyway.
what we did is we opened up a
We could totally.
Minecraft
Picture this.
server in the
Probably.
360 version of Minecraft, and we're gonna put in like 9 holds, and they're all gonna be kind of loosely based off of Skyrim. I just draw inspiration from that. It's not really the same themes, but yeah, I want like this thing's gonna have its own lore, and it's gonna kind of like an RPG server. It's gonna be really weird. But
Yep, and then we're gonna upgrade
This
to
is
the
our-
Xbox One version,
Uh-huh.
and
And
it's gonna
hopefully
be
get more
36
people.
times bigger, and it's gonna be
And
like a
that's gonna
tiny
be-
blip. And
then
we're
we
gonna have to
have
build like,
Tamriel.
and then we gotta build like
And Nern.
50,000 other
That
freaking
would suck,
cities.
honestly.
Dude, we could draw borderlines that like here's this. That'd be really weird because the first the first country would be a perfect square
Yeah.
surrounded by water. Oh man,
Is that how it's gonna be? Like water surrounding it, or
Do
what?
not
I
know
have
yet.
no
Well,
idea.
Actually, that would make sense because you can swim in the water
Mhm.
until you hit the edge.
Yeah, I'm not
So
sure
that would
exactly
actually
how
make
would
sense
work.
for it to have
Yeah.
water around it.
But
That'd be
it
weird.
kinda
if they're
sucks.
like, yeah, the maps are getting 35 times bigger, but you know how like at the border you just see water. That's all it is. Like just,
Just
water. The rest of the way around. And then there's the one little
I'm sure there's
square.
like a map like that, and
Oh,
that seems
probably.
kind of fun.
There's maps already like that are just like if you pop open the right seed in 360 edition, you'll get a map that's like 30 by 30 blocks of land, and then the rest is water.
Yeah.
Those
And
are-
then there's no
those are really
trees,
good.
so you're like, ah, and you
It's-
can't survive and
It's
you
so
die.
hard to play Minecraft without trees.
You literally cannot.
It's
There's
really
like
hard.
no way to get
I like-
food other
what
than
I-
punching animals.
What I like to do with those is just like hop in creative for a second, spawn one sapling, and then
Yeah.
go. But
That's 'cause sometimes what you have to do with those seeds
I played
on the 360 and PlayStation.
I started a skyblock thing just to like relax myself, and that kind of sucks because it's been a while since I've done skyblock and it's not easy. But I got to add like carrots and potatoes for the first time because we just got those like 3
Like-
weeks ago,
I think it was longer than that, but
like 4 weeks ago, like a month ago is 4 weeks.
yeah, I have no idea exactly how long it was. There was something I was gonna say about it. There's a lot of people for some reason that, and I will admit that 4 years ago I was like this.
Nerdy.
that-
I mean, geeky. Sorry.
That's not what I was meaning. I was meaning that, particularly about Minecraft.
This is what I've become.
Yeah. Particularly about Minecraft, people.
Car outside.
Particularly about Minecraft, some people are out there and they're like, "This is so stupid. You're playing with Legos, basically, and you guys are faggots for doing this stuff." And I've seen comments like those on a bunch of different videos all across YouTube.
Those are always gonna happen. That's just a thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's still like, huh? Why?
Huh?
Why?
It's like huh?
Like,
huh? Huh?
Huh. I don't understand why anymore. Like, there's enough things on YouTube to show that you can make your own fun with it, and people don't, or the people who are like that, they're like, video games aren't for you to make your own fun. They're about you playing the game and having a good game mechanic and stuff. It's like Project Spark should be a good example of why exactly making your own fun is good. So, a lot of people don't understand that. What are you guys doing? You
By
guys
the
are
way,
very distracting.
Okay, by the way, console sales for Minecraft have passed PC sales.
Cool, good.
So there's
I'm
more
glad.
Minecraft.
That's weird.
There's
I
more
didn't know
Minecraft
that.
on consoles than there are PC
That's
now.
so strange to think because it's only on one console still.
Also-
as of right now, right?
I thought it was on.
It's on
No, it's on
PS3 now.
PS3 now.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Okay.
It is.
And does iOS count?
Huh?
It doesn't count as a console.
But I'm just gonna say that the PC version will probably always be the better Minecraft version because
That's
there's just
'cause that's
so
what it
much
started
more
on, that's
stuff
what
you
it's
can.
on.
Not that it's just you can do so much more with it because you can put in so many
Also,
plugins.
the 360 edition of Minecraft wasn't actually a port, and a lot of people don't know that. It wasn't ported over. They actually had to remake the game.
Yeah, the whole game and all that.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
That's why it's Microsoft Studios is on it.
And that's why it
And-
takes forever for updates.
Yeah.
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 We need horses and hay and stuff.
We do not need horses and hay. Our worlds aren't that big yet.
Well, they will be.
Yeah.
If we get horses in like an eighth of a day, we can reach all four corners of the map.
Yeah.
Twice. Yeah. I don't think we need horses yet, but
Nah.
Not at least on the 360 edition. We could on Xbox.
do you guys think that GTA is going to wait until they go next gen for heists?
I could see them doing that just because.
Yeah, I could see that too.
From a marketing
Broken
standpoint, it
promises.
would totally make sense.
It would, because then a bunch more people would buy
It's also like they
Yeah.
broke promises. Though.
they would buy
They
the
promised to
new
have
ones.
those in there, and it's not in there yet.
Yeah.
I think I would be like, "Are you guys fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, I know, it's like,
You guys
Heist coming soon in a year.
Maybe
I
2 years after
honestly
launch.
have passed my frustration with how long it's taken for them to
Yeah,
come
me
out.
too. Now it's
I'm
just
just
like
over it.
just messing
I'm like,
around now.
it's gonna come out.
It'll come out eventually, and
I
I'm
just-
fine with it coming out.
I will be offended if it comes out when they port to next gen. It's not next gen. I don't
It's
keep calling
current
it
gen
next
now.
It's current gen.
okay, it's gonna be next gen until probably I would say next year.
Probably, but
We're gonna
Because
still
that's
be
when
calling
most
it that.
of-
It's still
that's when
current gen though
a-
now.
More
just
mature.
what we know it as.
It's so new that it's still next
Words.
gen basically.
Words are hard.
They are.
You
But-
guys are like me normally. It's really weird tonight.
I haven't really talked. I don't really talk at work. I just stand there and work
I have to
for
talk
8
at work,
hours.
which is a good thing because I'm not very sociable.
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 Okay.
He's very
That's a word.
introverted instead of.
I'm
being
pretty
extroverted.
introverted, so
Yeah, but I think that I didn't want GTA to go to
Next
Xbox
gen.
One and PS4 at all because I was like, this is kind of our
Yeah.
the last hoorah of the 360 and the PS3. So I just wanted that to stick with that, but I know it's not going to because people want money.
Yeah.
And people will
It's-
get money.
Even though they already
It's
have
about
a shit
money.
ton of money.
It does, yeah. That's what it comes down to. Elder Scrolls Online is out because it's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't
Isn't it?
seen anything on it
I've
actually.
seen a
When
lot.
is
I
when
haven't
is it
watched
coming out
anything.
on console?
Is
I thought it already was. If it launched on
coming-
PC,
oh,
then why
Xbox
wouldn't?
One.
I know it's coming out on
It's coming
console,
out,
but I don't know
yeah.
when.
not on 360 or
No.
but
Oh, I thought it.
No, it's-
never mind.
it's on the
I'm
one.
dumb.
but yeah, I've been watching a lot of that. Pretty interesting. There's some things going on in that community that I'm not a fan of.
Like,
Like
The experienced campers
like
or the experienced bots.
the pay to win sort of stuff that everyone is disagreeing with, and
the microtransactions and stuff, or
no, just like the
Like you can buy all the good gear and then
buy for higher levels and gaining experience that otherwise you couldn't get unless you paid extra. Stuff like that. That
That's-
all of the MMO community is against.
But they still do it.
Well, they're just gonna ride that horse until it dies.
Dude.
So.
If
And
I
it doesn't, so... Because
It
people
will.
are always going to want something to get ahead.
if I could always be in charge of like what people could buy for games, I would only make it like double experience and like health potions. Like, that's all you get.
I
You
wouldn't
still have
even
to-
that's
you
I
too
still
wouldn't
have
let
to
people
work.
buy double XP. That's bad.
Like,
'Cause
I'm not
that's
saying
like
they.
paying to win.
Not really.
Yeah, it
It's...
is. If
Because
you,
you
like,
still
I mean,
have
it
to-
takes half the time to get there, but still,
yeah, I'm
you
saying
still
though,
gotta
like,
play for a long time.
if you and I start at the same time and you put more money into it and you advance faster than I do,
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. That's like a pay to win experience. You know?
Yeah, but think of all the money you saved by not switching to microtransactions.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, pay to win shouldn't be a thing anymore.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
but you're kind of talking from a very economic standpoint about how you guys shouldn't be economic and try to get as much out of it, and that
No, I'm
doesn't
not.
generally work
No, I'm just
with
saying,
companies. They're like, let's get money, and that's mostly what they're out for. A lot of the developers and stuff are like, hey, we should make an awesome game so people will buy it.
I understand that,
But
but like, there's a
Companies like,
line.
we should get more.
There's a line where like you can get more. Yeah, sure, people can buy like the cool new mount in the game, you know, the cool new pet or whatever. Just when it turns into a pay to win experience, that's crossing a line. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah, but what
actually.
if that new mount is stronger than the old mount?
Well, like I could understand skins for mounts, making them look a lot cooler and stuff, but even then, it's just like,
Like DLC is different.
like I would love for it to be, instead of like microtransactions and you actually have to pay real money, to where all of it has to cost in-game currency, and that would make sense to me. They wouldn't be making as much money off the microtransactions, but it seems like it would be more of a fair playing field, so people couldn't just like, oh, I have $100 to throw at this.
Yeah,
Toss.
I totally
Get all the good shit.
understand, like
Past everybody
the
who's been playing
DLC
100 hours.
and all that, and I'm sure anyone who plays MMOs agrees with me that like even though I don't play MMOs, I'm on the same page as they are, where like paying to get further in a game than others is just a line that shouldn't be crossed, and like the marketing teams for stuff like that really need to
Chill the fuck out.
create more DLC, you know, don't take away from the game to make it worse. That way the people who pay extra get like a full experience, you know? Stuff like that.
Alright. Anyways.
Pay for content, not items, basically, is what you're saying, I think. Right?
Dirty.
Did you say dirty?
What were you saying? No?
I don't know, I just wanted to move on in the conversation because I felt
Oh,
like
I
we
thought you
talked
had
about that
something.
for like 5 minutes.
We talked about it
Um,
for 5 minutes.
Play Wolfenstein. That's pretty much all I got. Honestly, I still want to go back
No
and
other
play it.
thoughts on...
And,
It's just
uh,
awesome.
Well, more on the ESO. There's like there's the 3 different factions.
Lauren, I wanted to move on.
Go on.
I'm
I'm not
sorry.
talking about
It's-
microtransactions
Okay.
anymore. I'm just talking about the way the game is. There's the 3 different factions. There's the
Don't be my girlfriend.
And untie
I'll do my best.
untie your shoe.
That's
not
what
do
she
that.
used to do all through fucking high school. Is she would, if she saw my foot somewhere, she would just go yoink and pull my shoe, and I'd have to retie
Oh,
my
that's
shoe. It
really
was annoying.
similar to what I used to do to my ex-girlfriends when they wore Uggs, you know? I
Take
just
'em
rip
off their
them off
feet.
and throw them in fireplaces. But, anyway.
How dare
Different
you?
story.
Don't
didn't
put your
realize
shoe on me if you don't want me to untie
I'm not
your
putting it on
shoelaces.
you.
Daniel, do you know anything about Elder Scrolls lore?
Yes.
In
So-
the beginning,
What do you
the
want to know?
Oblivion Gates open.
Shush.
That's
So
about
there's
all I
like
know.
the 3 different
That's not the
factions,
end.
right? Do you know what they are?
The Fighters Guild.
Hey,
the Thieves
he asked
Guild.
me, you prick.
Those are not the factions, by the way.
Factions.
I mean, like,
Empire,
Legions. Yeah, there's
Nords, and the High or what are they called? Thalmor?
There's
What are
the
they called? I know what they are.
our Dominion,
Fuck. Yeah, Aldemary Dominion, something like that.
the Dominion, which is High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiits.
So the freaky things.
That's the one that I like, just because it has Wood Elves in it, and that's all I play as. Just
What is
'cause
the
they're
Beast
best
Race
archers.
one? Like with the...
There's no like, In the 3 factions,
not races, I
there's
know.
it's not based off of races, but it's based off of lore. So, there's a couple conflicting things in there, like, okay, but, there's the Red Guards, Orcs, and the Bretons are on a team, Wood Elves, Khajiits, and High Elves are on a team, and then, shut up. Last one is, the Nords, Argonians, and Dark Elves are on the last one. So that leaves out the
That's
Imperials.
really weird, considering that, like, the
I'll show
Argonians
you some
and
lore.
Dark Elves hated each other.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
That doesn't
conflicting
make
part,
any sense.
because
They, like, the Argonians.
the Argonians were
Fucked
slaves to the Dark Elves for a really long time,
And they ended up fucking the Dark
and they're
Elves
just
up.
like, I guess
must-
we're gonna be on a team just because.
They must have came
We're
to
really
a peace
close to
treaty
each other.
eventually. Then
That's not in the books anywhere, but
No, the Argonians ended up going and killing a
Yeah.
shit ton of Dark Elves.
they're at war, but then they're on like a team just because it makes
Just
sense
like-
from a lore standpoint.
it's like the gnomes and the dwarves killed each other
Yeah,
in that big war in that book I was reading.
I thought it was the way different book, I know, but like the way that the Falmor, which are the weird, you guys know what they are.
High Elves.
The way the Falmor came to be in Skyrim and stuff was when the dwarves they they enslaved the snow elves and somehow
Yeah.
like made them be blind.
Blinded by
It-
the
It
light.
tricked them or whatever.
Yeah, they ended up tricking them
Right.
into like eternal damnation, basically.
They tricked him into being blind.
Yeah.
and-
Dude, they're hunchback. There's one snow elf that you meet in Skyrim. Spoiler. It's in the DLC. There's 2. Okay, 2. Sorry. And they just look like a normal elf,
Yeah,
except for
that's-
they're white.
It's really interesting
They're, like,
seeing
really,
all
really
the.
white.
There's like the 3 other races that you don't hear about in Elder Scrolls that just faded away with time.
The
And then
Aliads, the snow elves, and what's the
The
last
Dwemer.
one? The Dwemer. Yeah.
they just like fell
Cool.
off.
Yeah,
Or-
I had never actually
or the
understood what exactly happened to the dwarves
Yeah.
or the Aliads, so I'm probably mispronouncing that. Just to be
Aliens.
yeah.
Aliens.
I always thought that was like eyelids or something, because I could never
Aliens.
pronounce
I
it.
heard it call it Aliad Ruins is the only reason I'm pronouncing it like that
Yeah.
in when I was playing Oblivion. So it's amazing to what you pay attention to, like going back and replaying it
Yeah.
like a year and a half to 4 years later.
But out of those
It's
3,
really weird.
out of those 3 alliances, the Imperials aren't selected to a certain one,
They're the Empire.
basically. But that's not like a specific alliance.
Wait, who are the Khajiits with then?
the Aldemari Dominion?
I didn't know that
I
actually.
just said that. That's
He said
High
that like
Elves, Wood
3
Elves,
times.
Khajiits is the one I'm on. But so in the ESO, there's the Imperials aren't selected to a specific.
So they're
region?
like the middle, basically.
You can just choose any one you want to be on, but you have to buy the collector's edition to even play an Imperial, which I think is kind of bullcrap to like exclude a whole race from anyone that doesn't pay the extra $20 for the game.
It's like if I pay the extra $20, what else do I get for it? Like, what
Well,
else would I get?
There's
Do
the
you
pay
know?
to win experiences when they give you bonus treasure maps that
Yeah,
only
that's-
people
that's
who
kinda
buy the
shit.
collector's edition can see, which is the pay to win experience, like getting XP that only you can get because you got this type of game. There's a pet you can get, which I'm totally fine with. It's just a little pet that follows you around. He's awesome. And then there was something else that was like a pet, but it wasn't quite a pet.
A lot of these
that
companies
didn't
are
give
out
you
to get
XP
stuff, so.
bonus or anything that extreme. But yeah, Imperials are only for those who buy the collector's edition, I believe.
I didn't know about that,
It's
but
kind of messed up.
I would
think.
genuinely play as a Wood Elf anyway, so.
Yeah, me too. But oh yeah, and if you buy the collector's edition, you can pick any race and apply them to any alliance,
That
which
seems
screws with the lore aspect of it.
that really fucks up the lore.
Yeah, so like all of a sudden there's a wood elf fighting for the Nords that like they're not even related. They don't have any beef.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're not even friends.
Maybe he was adopted by Nords when he was a child.
Maybe.
I could only see that going one way, is like in the middle of battle, unless they have like specific colors on their armor or something, that like one of the Nords is like, that's a wood elf. Whack!
Oops.
Oh,
It's
big shame. You know?
The Imperials must have it rough then, because they're like on all sides.
Yeah, they better have like a flag like sticking up. Just like,
so you guys know.
I'm on this side.
Yeah, that's terrible. I wouldn't even play as an Imperial anyway, but I do think it's kind of messed up that they're excluded.
I did really like one thing about the trailers, at least, is the trailers for that looked
trailers
really,
were
really good.
awesome.
They looked awesome. I loved
if
them.
if I played MMOs, that'd be the one that I played.
If they look like that.
That trailer made
Scrolls
me want to
Online.
buy it, even though I didn't.
So, is it $60 plus the monthly thing, or is it...
Yeah.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yep.
I'd be like, I'd play it for 4 months. That'd be cool.
Yeah. How much is it though? Do you know the monthly?
It's $15 a month,
It's 15.
from what I
15
understood.
times 12 is a number. I don't feel like doing math in my head.
Fucking hell.
15 times 12. That's like 200, less than 200 probably. But I can't like.
180.
Yeah, less than 200.
But
That's still a shit ton.
Yeah, that's a lot of money
Yeah,
a
it is.
year to play a game that you play.
It's like, I'm probably not going to spend that
When
this year on content for
I'm
Destiny
pretty
or
sure less
Unity.
people are gonna like wait off of the ESO a little bit,
Mhm.
and then once it gets cheaper, it might like see a
spike.
increase. Yeah,
Yeah, I
And once
probably
it hits
won't play
free
it
to
for a
play-
while. So,
and the game's like $20.
It's gonna-
will it hit free
Yeah.
to play? Like,
Oh, I'm sure.
World of Warcraft hasn't hit free to play, but then again, that's definitely one of the biggest
World of
names
Warcraft
in
did have a
MMOs.
free to play section, I believe.
yeah,
didn't
it was like free to play up to level
They had it
something.
yeah, they had a time period too, where I think it was like 4 months or something. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass.
I played World of Warcraft for about 3 or 4 months when my mom was with a guy named Rob in Klamath Falls.
I watched people play World of Warcraft.
I
Oh,
had
by
a
the way,
character.
they got a texture update recently.
Huh.
That sounds
Everything
cool.
Looks nicer.
I played World of Warcraft for like 2 weeks, and I mean really played like.
Intensely.
I probably got to
put
like level
all I had
20.
into that 2 weeks of World of Warcraft.
like you
and
sat,
I
like you peed into
sucked.
bottles while you played.
I was so bad at that game.
Like were you that guy that's just like
Nachos,
I
a monster.
I mean, I picked a gnome, just because I thought it'd be funny to be a gnome, and all I did was I got to about level 4 throughout my 2 weeks, and all I knew how to do was run around and whack boars in the head,
Oh, really?
and that was all. That was it. Like I didn't even know how to get back into the story. I was just so out of it.
There's only one story that I have from my time playing World of Warcraft. Like, this was probably 6 years ago, roughly.
Yeah.
I ended up, like, I was level probably 6 or something. I was playing Undead. And I ended up, like, wandering into a territory where there was a bunch of, like, level 15s and stuff of the humans. So they would fuck me up every time, like, I went and
Yeah.
stole pumpkins. And I ended up walking with this person who was about the same level as I was. We were walking along, and I was protecting them while they were harvesting pumpkins or whatever, stealing from the humans and shit on their little plantation. And kept walking. We got further and further in, and on the last section of pumpkins, poof, they left. And I was fucked. Like, I couldn't leave. I just kept dying over and over. So that's where I left it. And I was just like, yeah, no.
After that 2 weeks, I dated this chick who was like, "You play WoW?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Why not?" And I was like, "'Cause I suck." And she's like, "Oh, you can't be that bad. It's World of Warcraft." And then she tried to teach me how to play, and she was like a pro, and she was like level whatever. She had like this dragon. There was bubble shields everywhere. She had a clan or whatever. I'm not sure how it works, but I hopped on her thing, and then
Guilds.
like she
I believe is what they're
immediately,
called.
as soon as I started playing, she was just like this face of embarrassment, face palm, like
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's going on over here? What's this guy doing?" And she was like typing. She's like, "Sorry guys, blah 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 blah. He sucks, and he's just learning how to play." I guess I messed up with their stuff. I don't know what I did. I didn't mean to.
My cousin Sean used to play World of Warcraft a lot, to where he ended up having to switch MMOs because a couple of the members or a couple of the guilds that he was in, whenever he'd come online, it would announce to everybody in that guild or whatever that he was online, and he would get bombarded with invites and stuff because he was like a very, very high level panda in one of his characters, and he wanted to play as that and level it up, but he kept getting all these fucking invites, and
So you
people were
couldn't
like,
play.
keep playing, get us over here and stuff. He ended up switching to a MMO called Ion, I believe is what it was.
I've
It was a
never heard of
free to play one, and for some reason he had like one set of characters. He had like 7 or so. There was one guy in the middle, had like all these robes and stuff on,
Yeah.
and the rest, like, he had a big afro, and the rest of the characters were half naked girls. And he, like, the name of the one guy was like Pimp Daddy. It was really funny. It's like, this is my game.
Yeah. WoW is just terrible though for me. I can't do it. She had to put me in like a separate server. She's like, "Why don't we just start a new server and you can play by yourself so you don't ruin my crap." Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, other MMOs I've played like a couple, but I just didn't really get into them. I guess it's not my style of gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, something about Destiny, since I guess it has raids, which are kind of like that.
It's
Um,
kind of like an MMO.
So, from what I can tell, raids are only going to be 3-person parties.
That's fine. There's 3
Which
of
is
us,
nice,
and
'cause
I'm
there's
sure
3 of us.
And
I
then
don't know.
Jacob's-
I don't know if that's like an official thing
Jacob's
or
out.
not, but from what everybody can tell, it's just going to be 3 people.
I've heard you can have 6 people in a session or whatever.
Yeah, like 6 people playing in the open world, but if you do like a raid, I think it's only 3.
It's pretty dumb.
I'm not
But
sure. I'm
I
not
don't
for
see
sure. on that.
Jacob playing that much.
Yeah,
like,
he
with
uses
us.
mostly computer games.
Yeah, Jacob
And
seems
Minecraft.
like the computer guy,
Yeah, but he's the MMO guy.
but it's also not an MMO.
But it
Then
almost is.
Then we'll just wait till somebody dies, and we're like, okay.
Jacob gets to switch out.
If we record that, it's gonna be weird because I feel like he's gonna want to be battle mage, whatever. Is there a battle? There's no.
There's a
Well, there's a mage, and everybody gets to use all the guns, so pretty much a battle mage.
It's just little special
What-
abilities.
what do you wanna
That is different because mages in the game
Dogs.
can either be support or they can be mainly attack. So he could be like a battle mage.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be the president. No,
When I grow
never.
up,
wanna be.
I want to be.
I'm probably
the
gonna
very
be
best.
Titan.
Like no one ever was.
Your Titan? Is that the fighter or the?
That's the
Yeah,
heavy,
mage?
it's like
basically.
the heavy
Okay.
guy.
The tank.
Yeah.
Though I think wizards are they called wizards or
Called-
mages?
Mages.
I have no idea.
Warlocks.
Wow.
They're called warlocks.
Warlocks is what they are. Yeah, it was somewhere in the middle.
That was when I was nowhere in the middle.
I'm gonna be a hunter no matter what, just because that's the only
Bam.
thing.
That's the
The
style
hunter.
of
That's the
character
only
I
style
play.
I play, pretty much. Yeah. Skyrim, I always, if I start up a new character,
Stealth
I'm
bow.
like, what's he gonna be this time?
Stealth character.
I'm just kidding. There's no way it's gonna be anything besides a wood elf archer.
By the way, Dan, you'd probably actually like Wolfenstein because there's a lot of stealth parts in that game.
I don't know why. I really, really like stealth games, and watching through some of the gameplay for Unity and stuff.
Yeah.
The stealth gameplay in that looks awesome, and I'm
Yeah.
actually kind of excited that there's an actual crouch button instead of having to like hold
Instead
right
of being like,
trigger
"Eh,"
and hold A
up
as
against
you're
the
about
wall.
to jump. Yeah, there's parts of that Assassin's Creed that were pretty cool, but like I like the stealth in a lot of it. But in Unity, it seems like they've stepped up their game, made it an actual stealth game.
Step your game up.
But that's one of the things that I liked about Dishonored a lot, is that you could go through the game and not be spotted ever.
What's that?
And that's the hardest fucking achievement.
What's that? What's the Lord of the Rings game called? The Sequels?
Wrath of Mordor. No, something like that. I know what it is. I want to call it the Wrath of Mordor for some reason. I know it's not.
It's Mordor's Doors Moors.
It's
S'mores.
not that.
Something of Mordor.
Yeah, that game
Just-
looks good.
Just keep talking, I'll
Game
find it.
Fuck, what is it?
I'd play it.
Yeah, that the one thing that we've already talked about this before, the whole Assassin's Creed 2 thing.
Man, I was kind of hoping.
That's one of the reasons why I want to get it.
I was kind of hoping for Unity that they would have had like separate characters, like not everyone was Arno on their screen.
It makes
because
sense though.
I want to be like, if I'm gonna be someone's secondary character, I want to be a specific one, you know. Like co-op in Far Cry 3, there's four people you play as. I'm like, this is the one I want to be. If there was 3 secondary characters to Arno, I'd want to be a specific one. But if I'm just playing as Arno and you're playing as Arno, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm weird about it. Secondary characters are important to me, I guess. Like,
And there are
Saboteur.
definitely secondary characters in it, but they just might not be. From my understanding of the Unity bit is that the ones with all characters that you can use, it's generally just like when Arno was going and taking Brotherhood contracts. So that was my understanding of what.
I don't think anyone understands what it is then.
That was from one of the developers that I got that from. So, like, that's where I've been getting my stuff from, is developers. So
They should be more clear about everything they're doing.
they have been, just people don't pay attention.
I've heard so many different things.
You
I
said
was
that
looking
twice.
down when I said it the first time. I don't know how well it picks up when I'm not.
I have no idea how well it picked up at all. So.
Anyways, I couldn't
What's it-
find it because my phone
Shadow of
doesn't
Mordor.
feel like...
Shadow of Mordor.
There you go.
Why?
My phone
did you
wasn't
not think
working.
of
I don't
that?
know. That was so weird. Why that popped into my head? Right?
I don't know, maybe you saw Shadow.
I said Wraith because I know there's.
Because you have Wraith abilities.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, that game looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yep.
anyways, we've been here for an hour. Do we want to keep going?
We can if we have more to talk about. If you want to.
I just wanted to say that I'm really looking forward to the co-op in Far Cry 4. I feel like they've taken co-op in the direction that I want to see it go. Even though
Burp.
they've taken a step back from. Well, some people think they've taken a step back from Far Cry 3 with
Well,
the special
even though
co-op
the-
section.
Game hasn't come out yet, but
Yeah, but like that was good, yeah. But Far Cry 3 was still like ahead of other games in my mind. So if more games went the way that Far Cry 4 is going, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
Because I think it's cool to join your friends in an open world. Like if in
it
Unity,
seems a lot of games are actually doing that
if
now.
if in Unity you were a specific secondary character that joined like Daniel's world as he's Arno and you're like
You just join in as somebody
character
else.
2, that'd be awesome, I think, anyway.
Which I think that's how a lot of people were understanding it in the trailer.
This
Is
free world. Yeah.
since there is 4 characters in that, you'd assume that those are secondary characters, right?
Yeah.
So, like, from my understanding is people who didn't actually watch through all the conference, didn't really understand exactly what they were doing with it. They were hoping that there would be like a female character selection, like at least a female side character that you could use, or a female model. But since you generally play as Arno through it, that's the only reason why. It's because they don't want you to have to like set up a whole nother character just for playing with your friends. Because like a costume, if it looks really cool on your normal character like Arno when you're playing through the story, it might not look as cool on a female character, and you might just have to go through and do trial and error sort of thing to find that out, to see what it looks, find out if it looks good or not. So,
He's losing his breath.
well,
You were like out of breath. You're like,
was I?
pretty much.
Oh, well, I do
you
apologize.
talked through yourself. Like, that was so weird.
I talked
Like,
through myself.
Yeah, you're out of breath and you're just like, I'm just trying to get out.
Okay, but anyways. So I don't really play Far Cry generally, but something that I am kind of concerned about if I play Far Cry 4 is the fact that since you're supposed to be in like the Himalayan mountains, I'm gonna be pissed if I'm climbing like up this structure or a mountain or something,
And you just fall
and for
off.
some reason I fall off or I have to run off, and I get to the bottom, I'm like, fuck, because I have to run all the way back up there, and it's gonna take forever.
I hope they're gonna do
probably
fast travel.
only that's probably the only concern I'm gonna have with
I
that.
love that it's in the Himalayas because now instead of just like an open world flat thing, you have to worry about like
Vertical.
verticality,
Yeah.
and it adds a whole nother dimension in a way. But
Which is one really cool thing.
I think I understand now what I want to see with the multiplayer stuff. I want to see more games with like open world multiplayer interaction. Like imagine if in Assassin's Creed 2 you're playing as Ezio and all of a sudden 3 of your friends join as other assassins and you can just walk around.
That would be awesome. I
Right?
would love that.
That sounds like an awesome game. That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
Watch Dogs?
That's what's
right?
in my mind. Except Watch Dogs is like
Have you played it?
it's present day.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So?
I just want to see like a
But that's how multiplayer works in that.
well, yeah. I want to see like I want to see an Assassin's Creed game that does that, man. That'd be awesome.
Remind me in a few
Walk around
months,
revolutionary
and I'll
France with your friends.
talk
Just,
to you
like-
some cool things about it. So.
I also heard that 1 in every 4 buildings is like
Interable.
enterable.
Oh,
you can walk
leg
Whatever we
cramp.
go into.
Oh, leg cramp. Ow. Ow. Oh, God.
So I
Pelican.
right in the thigh.
Pelican got a leg.
I know not a lot of people are gonna care about this, but I do have the last 2 games that they've released, Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4, have had flags. I really hope they have a revolutionary flag. That would be awesome because it added to my collection.
Yeah,
and shit.
and it's just gonna have a wall of flags when we move.
Yeah, that's gonna be my room. It's gonna be the Assassin's Creed
Oh,
flag.
yeah, my room has a bunch. My room's gonna have a bunch of stuff on it.
God hates
God
God
hates flags.
funny.
But oh yeah, and freaking game, sad game, dog game.
Oh,
World War One. Valiant Hearts is out now. The Great War. I haven't played it.
Haven't bought it yet. I will eventually.
I'm
though.
waiting for
You to get your gold back?
no. I'm waiting for other people to buy it first and tell me how it is.
I'll probably buy it for
Gameplay's
my.
out.
I'll probably buy it for my one because the only
Why
game I
not?
have on there is Wolfenstein. So
Because I know the trailer was really sad and emotional and
I hope
awesome.
the game is like that.
But if the game, chances are the game might not be like that because
I'm sure IGN could review it.
It'd be
So-
really
Oh, they already
easy.
have.
Yeah, I'm saying.
It'd be really easy to put out a trailer that just tears at the heartstrings to get people to buy the game, and then it's just a game about like I don't know, it's a side scroller, and that's it. You know,
Which
Just
is
a
kind of how I
basic-
felt about like Watch Dogs. Is that
it was a side scroller.
No, not the side scroller. To see if it's any good. To wait to see
yeah.
if it's
Yeah,
any good.
yeah.
Something I wanted to say though, all the
didn't
downloads
finish.
for games on Xbox One
Thanks.
are
Right.
huge. Like they're at least 40
It's
gigs.
like a dick.
Yeah.
I downloaded Wolfenstein. It literally
Fucker.
took me all night to download, and Daniel's talking now, so go back to him.
I forgot what I was trying to say. Actually, no, I didn't.
Yes, but no. Yes.
Well, something about how you're waiting to see if it's any good or anything. There's been a lot of mixed reactions with Watch Dogs, I've noticed.
Mhm.
A lot of people didn't like the driving.
From what I've seen, I didn't like Watch Dogs so far. just
What I
me.
saw about Watch Dogs was I didn't really like a lot of the effects with the surrounding area and stuff, but I would still be definitely interested in buying or maybe buying the game or renting it potentially to see like what the story goes along. I've heard that it's a really good story. There's some gameplay mechanics that are like,
But that's like every game has some gameplay mechanics that people don't like.
Like, I didn't like the driving and sleeping dogs, and that's kind of what the driving looked like to me, is sleeping dogs stuff.
But that's like with me,
so-
like you guys both like Assassin's Creed 4. I didn't like it as much as you guys, and with the free running,
I liked
it was a
Assassin's
pain in the
Creed.
ass to me because I always ran into shit.
Which is gonna be fixed in Unity.
So there's really one funny thing that I've noticed between, like, Assassin's Creed and Doctor Who. I could connect it this way, just because I kind of started to notice it, is that Assassin's Creed 4 is kind of an easier way for people to, like, ease into Assassin's Creed if they're going into, like, they're trying to get into it, but they're just like, I can't because all the weird stuff in Assassin's Creed, blah-de-da. Because you've, I'm sure, heard about some of the weird celestial beings and stuff.
Yeah, they aren't celestial beings.
I don't know what they're fucking called.
They're just the race that existed before humans,
Yeah, the precursor race.
basically.
but people find that weird and stuff. So Black Flag was
So
a good
you don't
outlet.
think people would find it weird in Black Flag?
No,
'Cause I think it was the weirdest in Black Flag.
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
pretty weird.
unless you play, like,
You don't understand the story as
yeah,
much.
unless you like,
But I think it's kind of a good starting point for some people.
yeah, it's hard to understand because at the end of 2, it's like, oh my god, aliens. But then you play through Brotherhood and Revelation, it's like, not aliens, ancient
no.
race.
They make
I
sense
think
that
one
way.
is a good starting point for people.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't want to start at 1 as of right
Yeah.
now. So 4 would be a good starting point, and
Well,
if they like 4, go back and go through the
I don't
series.
feel like
I don't
4
know.
would be a good starting
Yeah.
point.
I kinda
If
felt
you
like
want to
it.
understand the lore aspect, you got to start at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
One of the ways that I was
By the
kinda
way,
relating
I
that
have
to
never
Doctor Who.
beat the first one. I just played most of it, so I understand most of what happened.
I kind of want to do a little podcast talking about mostly Assassin's Creed, but that'll be later.
That was our first podcast.
Was it?
Mostly
Oh, yeah.
about the story behind
Okay,
it.
cool.
The way I related that to Doctor Who is that there's one. Why are you jerking off the mic?
I'm bored.
It's
sorry.
almost time to, like,
It's
wrap
almost
up,
time to wrap
but-
up. Just let me finish this thought. The way I related it to Doctor Who is that Doctor Who is generally one of the things that are more
Aliens.
like whenever you ask somebody to describe Doctor Who, they're like, "Oh, it's complicated."
Really?
Good start.
Do they?
A lot of people
I
who
would
have
never
ever
ask.
asked that, they are like, "Oh, it's kind of complicated. It'd take a while for me to explain."
They're like,
He's
time
this guy
traveler.
who has a box and he likes to travel through the time.
The time.
Through the time.
Beast
Yes.
of the time.
But there's one episode that, like, if I was going to ask you what's a good episode to start on for Doctor Who, what would you guys say?
Pelican would say he doesn't watch Doctor Who.
I do watch Doctor Who, all of it. I would probably say. I'd probably say the restart up.
Like with the Christopher Eccleston, I don't know.
What his name is, but
Ninth Doctor.
Yeah, the
basically.
Ninth Doctor.
Start
I'd
out
probably
with the
just
ninth.
say that because it's a good way to start now. And I guess after that, you could go back and watch all the older ones. Because if you start on the older ones, you're kind of be like, "Whoa, this is really cheesy and boring." But that's just because it's older.
It's old, yeah.
That's really.
What about you?
why.
See, the thing is, I appreciate Doctor Who, but I don't watch it. I watched like 2 episodes, and the first episode I ever saw was the Matt Smith
Doctor thing.
Weeping Angels episode, and that was cool. So watch that one.
Okay.
That's actually, the one that I
the only-
suggested to people to watch first was one that didn't really have David Tennant too much in it. It was the first Weeping Angels episode. It started off with some video store clerk and stuff,
Yeah, I like.
and that's a good starting
That's
point.
that's the episode that made me interested in it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I watched a couple boring ones afterwards, and I was
You're
like,
just like,
"Oh,
it's
this
not
is
as cool.
not as cool as that one episode. I think I'm just gonna watch that one again." So I watched that one again, and
Yeah.
I stopped at, I think, season 6. Which the one that just came out on Netflix?
I don't know.
Well,
There's too many.
I know way
There's
too
too many.
much about like the universe of Doctor Who and all that. But
yeah,
like,
wibbly wobbly shit.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyways, I think it's time to
Well,
wrap up
yeah.
because I gotta
Yeah.
go home.
You gotta get ready for work.
Yep.
me too.
All right.
Yeah, we
Alright.
actually have to do some stuff.
This
tonight,
has
too.
been another podcast from Soldier Side.
Yep, Brown Sock.
Today.
Thank you guys for listening, and thank
And
you for...
sorry about the slacking on the uploads because we've had technical difficulties lately.
Yeah, with
But we're gonna get back on
Stuff.
track, starting as soon as you.
starting
hear this.
tonight. So,
Thanks, guys.
thanks.
Cheerio.
Give us a like on
Thanks
Facebook.
for putting up with our crap.
Yeah, we do appreciate it. Later.